Hello and welcome to another update on Link. Yeah, we start to see some nice upside momentum here on the Link chart. The price broke above the yellow trend line here, which is good to see. And it's basically from where it needed to happen, right? To keep the yellow triangle scenario alive. We talked about that scenario only yesterday. A, B, C, D, E. And I explained to you that to confirm that a low is in, we need a 5-wave move up. So you will see on the smaller time frame how such a 5-wave move to the upside needs to look like. At the moment, this is only a 3-wave move up. But of course, this is still a bullish scenario we're tracking here as a possible triangle. Yep, with the potential of a C wave to the upside that can still take us to $47, $48 plus. But let's first see if we can find support. And an early indication that Link has found support would be such a 5-wave move up. What we see at the moment is not an indication that we have bottomed in wave B, even though it might look like that because the move to the upside looks a bit impulsive, locally at least. But it still is a 3-wave move up only, as you will see on the smaller time frame from the November low. And that doesn't lead to a change of any, it just doesn't change anything. Yeah, it just doesn't. Now let's take a look at the smaller time frame for Link. Let me open here the shorter time frame chart. And you can see here the micro patterns. Now, in yesterday's update, I shared with you, hold on, that the move to the upside that we expect is either a C wave or a 3rd wave. And that we need to reach at least $14.59 to view this as yellow wave 3. That doesn't rule out the blue count. And what is the blue count, by the way? Blue count just shows you that whatever pattern we're dealing with, we might still form one more low here, right? And that is valid and plausible and likely as long as we only have a 3-wave move up. If this turns into 5 waves, it's more clearly bullish, right? And we can start to remove the potential for one more low from the chart. It will depend on how the market reacts to next support. So if we get a healthy wave 4 and the price finds support in this area here, then we could get one more high in wave 5. Then we have 5 waves up. But we'll see. I mean, there is no sign of a low of a top anyway. And to be honest, if it's the yellow count for a 5-wave move, really we've only reached the minimum expectation for yellow wave 3. If it goes higher, even better. But it still would only be a 3-wave move until we get a higher low in wave 4 and a higher high in wave 5. And this is really what we need to see to be more confident about a more substantial upside reversal. So for now, the micro support area for trend continuation to the upside, whether it's in the blue count for one more high in wave C of 4, or maybe even in another higher low, higher high situation in the yellow scenario, micro support is 1322 to 1393. That's support for upside trend continuation. And the next resistance levels are at $15.15 and then $15.77 roughly, and then $17.30. These are simply the next resistances. So momentum is still up. I mean, it really will be important to for the bulls, yeah, to defend the 1322 level. We have extended so much now that it's not unusual in the yellow count. It's also not unusual in the blue count. But that a break below support wouldn't be a surprise to confirm a top in wave 4. Okay, it is a very clear A, B, C structure. We don't need another high in wave C. It's done what it needs to do. So if we now break support, this is likely our wave 5. If we can hold a higher low, that gives us 5 waves. That could be a more substantial trend reversal confirmation. That's what many people are waiting for. That would also what would confirm the yellow triangle I showed you, but it's a bit too early to overall confirm it. But it gives you, at the moment, we have very clear parameters to watch. So interesting, exciting chart. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, I invite you to join us on X for additional charts, updates, news, and much more. You can find the link in the comment section to our X channel, where I also covered, by the way, link earlier today. So feel free to check it out. You get updates here very often, a bit more frequently, and sometimes even on charts that I don't cover as videos. So check it out. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.